He was the power behind the throne.
Yes, yeah. She's a strong
woman, quiet woman.
What was that from that movie? They said that your father's the head, but I'm the neck.
No,
Yes,
I think I know that one.
yes. Your father's the head of the family, but I'm the neck. It's from My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
All I remember when he goes, Tula, why you do this to me? He not Greek. He in Mila.
Yes.
Why you do this?
What was that story?
I used to have to go to do a little bit of after. I used to have to go and work in the shop after school.
We all had to work in the shop after school.
Okay, and of course I was either taking the matches, doing a window display with matches, taking out all the packets. Dad used to go mad. Say, you know what? Do me a favour, get on the bus and go home. So I had to go all the way from Edgewood, all the way back to Cannes Park. When I got back to Cannes Park,
your mother sent you back.
She used to send me back. She said, "What are you doing home?" She said, "Dad sent me home." She said, "You'd go right back again."
Yeah.
And
Yes,
Clapnish.
they used to be able to buy matches. They used to come in a dozen.
Box of 12.
A box of 12,
Like
and
a
they're wrapped
paper,
in a paper. I took them out of the paper and individually made a display.
Dad used to go to the shop on a Saturday morning to do bookwork.
Yes.
And I don't know where, I never went.
I went. I used to go.
Yeah, but the cleaner, he took the cleaner with him, and he took the box file and emptied it out Station Road. And I remember scenes. I don't know why I wasn't there, but I got visual scenes of my dad running down the road trying to pick up all the invoices. And to take him, I don't want him here anymore.
And you know, there was another thing on those.
And he used to wallop him, he'd fall down on the floor.
The Saturday morning.
And I used to say, are you all right? He says, yeah, I learned how to fall.
And he used to have a shutter on the door.
Where?
It was the old shop. He used to go to, and he once had the shutter halfway down,
Yeah.
and the customer went to walk in into the shop and smashed his head right on the thing. I think he ended up having to take him to hospital. And they weren't even open.
Happy days.
Anyway, yes.
Happy day.
Okay, what about Mum used to cooking? She'd cook 3 different meals? No, 4 different meals, because Dad wanted something, you wanted something different.
No, whatever Dad had, we had.
No.
Whatever
Dad
maybe
had,
for you.
Edwards,
But for me, she didn't cook a special.
She used to cook something for you special.
He hated
all
butter
the time.
beans, and there was always butter beans
In the
chicken.
chicken.
In the
Make
chicken.
a chicken with butter beans.
I
Baked
don't like
chicken with the butter
You
beans.
don't like butter beans?
To this
No,
day, he
baked
hates butter
beans.
beans.
I
With
love
baked
baked
beans.
Hate them. And I always used to say, this is the chicken with the baked beans.
And what, God forbid, if there wasn't any of the mustard sauce?
Yeah, mustard sauce. Yeah. We should always make sure she had a crane for you, though.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I was the oldest.
Yes.
Still am, actually.
Yes, you still are. Soppiest.
You remember you had that tape? You must have lost
Yeah,
it.
it's somewhere. I don't know where
We've got it somewhere.
But
Where
yeah,
it
I
was-
don't-
It's
I
the
don't-
fish.
Cooking the fish.
Cooking the fish. I don't know where
That
it
was
is.
the
What was
funniest thing.
I taped my
It
grandmother.
was an
over
old
shoulder
tape, yeah.
It's about
When it's-
somewhere.
on a cassette.
On a cassette.
Sounds cassette.
It's the holy grail of tapes.
Yeah.
It's out there somewhere.
It is the funniest thing.
What was she saying?
They've just started doing frozen fish.
My home in Morgan Street is es mir wohlen geht. Ich hab mein eigen Stieb, nur schmeckt 5 stinkende Fisch. Dort steht a Mädel in a Kleidel, schraubt 6 a Penny Bagel in dem Jiedel mit sein Fiedel. Spielt den Violin.
She'd
No,
never
you
ever
haven't.
cooked
No,
a
she
piece
was
of
cooking.
frozen
She was.
fish.
Oh, that was it. Yes.
She'd
She
never
was-
cooked
father-
fish from frozen.
My father had a mishigas. He wanted a bit of fish for lunch. So he said to Graham, I'll make some fish for
And
me.
he gave her a packet of this frozen
And
bird's
she
eye
ne-
fish. And
and
she'd
she-
never ever seen frozen fish. She didn't know what to do with frozen
She never
fish.
seasoned it.
And she never seasoned it. So she phoned my mother to say, what do you do with the fish? Do you season it? Do you not season it? And it's her reactions to what my mum said and the fact that she hadn't done it correctly and that Bernie
And
was
Bernie's
coming
gonna-
in any minute and she
Bernie
hadn't
would
done
kill
the
her.
fish. And it was a very funny situation.
Yeah.
She said, I'm sick, I didn't want to do it, and here I've done it and I haven't seasoned it. But you had to know the lady,
And they
you
always
had to know
thought,
the situation.
and they never actually. Lots of people in Edgware in the shop never actually knew that Grandma was our grandma or Dad's mother-in-law. because she used to sit outside the front shop giving the baskets out on Sunday morning.
And
They
she'd
always
go
call her-
ra-
They give her. They called her the woman with that used to give the
And
baskets
she also
out.
used to go around the shop with a shopping bag and put things in the shopping bag. And people used to go up to the cashier and say, I've seen that woman put something in a bag, she hasn't paid for it.
Yeah.
But I think one also funny story has come back to me was I used to, still have, play a lot of tricks on my younger brother Edwards. And he went in, and they used to live above the shop and the toilet was downstairs. And he went into the toilet, Edwards, and it was like a little alcove.
Still coming back to
And I got a bucket of water and I put the door ajar of the alcove. You came out the toilet and then into this little vestibule and then out the toilet area. And I left the door ajar and I put this bucket with the water on top of the door. So when Edward came out the toilet, he would go back and get the bucket of water over him. Anyway, I must have made some noise because my grandma came down the stairs to investigate, and instead of getting the bucket water over Edward, my grandmother opened the door. She got soaked with Edward.
That is terrible.
What happened to you?
Terrible.
Well, she wasn't too HP with us. Another time was Edward went in the toilet and there was a key permanently in the door. And he went into the toilet and shut the door and bolted it, and I crept in after him.
You locked it.
I locked the door. I locked the door like this, and I like ran out the area thinking, and I like slammed the door behind me thinking I'd run away, but I wasn't. I was outside the toilet door. Anyway, he must have been watching a James Bond film the week before, because what he'd done, he got a pencil and he tried to poke the key out the lock so he could unlock the door and get out the toilet. And unbeknown that I was behind the door. Anyway,
How old was he, by the way?
about 32. Anyway, he managed to get a pencil and he knocked the key out the door. And as the key fell,
Land on a piece of newspaper,
and it was stone,
and then
and also it slid a bit of paper under there was a door, there had a gap at the bottom. He slipped a piece of paper to catch the key as it fell. Unbeknown to him, I was the other side of the door, and as the key fell, I caught it. And you could hear the confusion, the other side of the door in the toilet. Why didn't the key make a noise when it fell? About a couple of seconds later, little Haynes came under the door, and he was like feeling underneath the door of the key.
Where's the key?
In my hand.
Yeah, I know.
And with that, I trod on his fingers. Oh, happy days.
Yes. Actually, this is nothing to do with Mum.
Nothing
Related.
whatsoever, just
Nothing
happy
to
memories
do.
of our childhood.
Yeah.
Anyway, you going to say a message to Mum now to finish this
I keep
off?
saying the same message.
Right.
Mum, happy birthday, happy 80th. Please, God, you should be with us for many, many more years.
Ditto.
Please, yeah,
Ditto.
Ditto.
a man of many words. Okay, see you at the party.
Mama, am I in love? Ooh, Mama, heavens above. He's the third assistant to the guy who says yes to the boss. But when it comes to making love, he gets his point across. Ooh, Mama, has he got